Hi everybody, my name is Harry Jacobs and I am the North of 60 Gamer and welcome. Today we have a very special game, I guess. It just came in from Kickstarter the other day. This is one of the ones I have been waiting for. Do you picture yourself on an international space station? Meteors are raining down on your space station. Things are breaking as you're trying to survive long enough to repair your space station and perhaps get rescued. And that is what today's game is all about. It is called Intrepid, and we have countries working with each other in order to keep that station working and functioning in order to survive. So today we're going to be looking at it. We're going to do an unboxing. We're going to look at the components. We're going to set the game up and play, hopefully, if it's not too big for my table. Without any further ado, I don't know why I'm saying that because I've been picking that phrase up. But without any further, I can't think of a word. Let's go down to the table. Let's get at it. Here we are, down at the table, and I'm shrunk down into the corner. Just look at me right here, and over there is the game. Over there is the game. You can see it. I'm pointing to it. Should I use a high squeaky voice? No, that's not. So this is Intrepid, and this is a fairly good-sized box. It is by Jeff Beck and Jeff Krause. It is for 1 to 4 players, 90 minutes, and it's 13 plus. That's right, 1 to 4 players. You must play with all 4 characters. It is a cooperative game. You win or lose together. So, good luck with that. But anyway, let's take a quick look at what is in the box before we organize it, because we like to show you sort of what is in the box, the way it comes, the way I see it, and then we'll take it the way I organize it, and then from there we'll set it up and play, hopefully. I did read the rules the other day. I watched a playthrough, a two-handed playthrough, using 2 characters, basically without the solo rules, so you would play 2 characters, basically without the, and you play all 4 boards. In fact, you always play all 4 boards in there because they are your major resources. So you can't have food without oxygen or power without energy. And this is Intrepid. This is the box. There we are. And it's telling you here is a Kickstarter exclusive mission critical expansion. And a bunch of lots of different things that might have been all together like this. I'm not quite sure. It's got a little box on it. I think they've packed it for you and given you the box. If I recall, I read something along that. We have an appendix. Again, I'm just looking at this. There is the rules, Intrepid Core Rulebook. Can you survive low Earth orbit? And I am not sure what this is. This is the appendix. So it looks like we have an appendix separately from the rulebook. That's kind of nice because then you're not dealing with a big rulebook. This is the exclusive expansion. I don't know where that is. It looks like it's a South African board. Okay, so it might be in here. As I said, I think they packed it and then gave you the boxes. And there's the critical expansion. Interesting way. Usually you just pack it. Anyway, here are the boards, the power boards. And they have, as you can see, nice that they have actually put this together for you. Spin the drain. Whee! So this is your power. There's your nutrition. There is your climate. And finally your oxygen. You will always play with these, all 4 of these boards. And it looks like, oh, there we are. Whoa. We have some tokens that have already punching themselves out, which is not necessarily a good thing. And we'll just, okay, we'll just put that off to the side. We do have a geek box right here. So we're going to put that into the geek box. We look like we have a, oh, I see. This is, oh, this is so cool. Look at that. And these have each of the little, oh, that is like super quick. These might be for the offerings. I am not totally sure. This is an area that exists above, and you will transfer dice to other players this way. Wow, this is like really freaking awesome. I have never seen a game like this. Oh my gosh, look at this. It doesn't get better than this. Wow. Oh, wow. All the colored dice, the various decks. This is a work of art, people. Not that many oops, another lost. Oh, there we go. We'll just pull that down there. Now, I am not organizing this today, but this is like, wow. Whoops, a little bit bent because it was kind of, that's okay. We can deal with that. We'll put it in sleeves, whatever this is. This is the training simulator. So that's kind of your tutorial. And we should have, now the only thing here is I don't, may or may not fit sleeves. Wow, that's a weird size. Love weird sizes. I think that's another weird size. And that looks like a standard, maybe a Euro or a standard. So those are all, that's all that's in the box here right now. We've got some, oh, I see, this is where some of these tokens go in, down right here. So that would be these round tokens here. And we've got some cubes and whatnot. I don't know what all of them do. Oh, those cubes are the ones that destroy your sections, more or less, I guess. Okay, so other than a couple of loose games, everything looks pretty good in here. We're gonna take this all apart and we're gonna sleeve these cards up. We're gonna organize it. I can't organize this much better than it is, other than the fact that I probably will find a spot in the box for them, so this is nice and neat and tidy. A little concerned about the bend, and the little flick and little thin by the looks of things, but that's okay. I will sleeve them up in some nice sleeves. Look at the, wow, that is so cool. I mean, sorry folks, I know that it sounds strange, but I have never seen a game as cool as this, and whether or not I can even play this on my table is going to be a debatable, here. I don't know how we're going to put this back together. I am not sure I can. Okay, here we go. And I hear the dogs doing something out there. My God. Okay, so we're going to put that back like this. We're going to put this back on top. The geek box here. I don't know what we're going to do with all this, but that is what is in this box, and I am impressed, and I've got a feeling that we will organize this and maybe do something with it, but I don't know if I can actually play it on this table. Those four might fit with the, that's really going to be a little bit of a tight fit for this game. But for now, let's leave it at this. That was a quick unboxing. I didn't show you the cards, but we'll do that once I organize it. So just bear with me. We'll be back with that organizational in a few moments. So we just saw the box opening, and that just showing you what was basically in the box. And now I've taken it away and I've come back, and now we're going to open the box again and show you kind of the components at the high level. We're not going to go again into too much detail because, again, there's the box for the, and this adds the South African astronauts, and they're the complexity of 4, so they're going to be high. And then we have Mission Critical Expansion, and I haven't yet read through that set of rules yet. And then the appendix, which is more or less just a definition. The Mission Critical Expansion. That was just another, I think it was another set of cards. Intrepid, these are the core rules, and they're quite well laid out. I think that this was one of the better rule books. Very, no wall of text, really. So each one has its own little section, as you can see. If we bring that up a little bit better, you can just go down and just follow the bouncing ball, really. I would say it's akin to Arkham Horror, not Arkham Horror, the Arkham 2nd Edition or Eldritch, where they sort of compartmentalize each of the different things with well-documented pictures. So I would say whoever did the rule book was very, very good. We have well spelled out when you see 1-player, 2-player, 3-player, and 4-player. So it's well spelled out. Mission cards, and they talk about the drain and regain. So the key concepts are really, really drawn out. And you can see the different colors, which is really good. So how to win, how to die, very, very good. We looked at the board briefly. So you can I can already see there's a little warping. It doesn't take long in Yellowknife. And what's going to happen here is we're going to place our tiles basically here as we build out our modules for the station itself. And then this is the transfer station. So basically, think of it as I'm docking, and then I'm going to be able to give somebody a dice. So I have an extra 6, you need a 6. Now I will place my 6 here, and you take a 6 of your color. And the idea is to try to increase your dice to put more dice each game, because you only get, depending on how much capacity and whether you've built up a bigger dice pool, you start off with basically 2 dice. Unless, of course, you're playing a solo game, which actually you get 4 dice. There's slightly different rules in the solo game. I don't know how easy or hard it will be. I think what we're going to be doing is taking the solo game and putting it through the training mode. I don't want to give away the game itself, because they're divided up into different scenarios. Again, these are the boards, and each board there are 2 colors, and 2 blue, 2 red, and they go together. So if you were playing a 2-player game, one player would have the 2 reds, the other player would have the 2 blues. If you were playing 3-player, we'd have a person with either the 2 reds or the 2 blues, and then one person each with 1 red or 1 blue. And when you drain, you normally start at -3. You can see that twirls very nicely, though I'd like to have seen a bottom bit so that the twirler wasn't on the ground. But basically, you're going to start in the -3 spot. Let's bring it up here. There we go. So there's the -3. If I can bring that up a little closer. And then what you're going to do is you're going to generate the energy, in this case power. And if you ever in the red, you're basically going to kill everybody in the station. So you're going to be checking that. So it's very, very important that you're always going to generate up here more than what you can use, because it resets every turn, and the moment it goes in the red, you basically choke to death because your life support gives out. And we'll do a little bit more detail on what each kind of the power does. Very basically, these are just the blank boards. Now, when you're playing a solo game or a 2-player game, you would actually put that into the space such as this, right there, right? Along with a crew card. So you're going to get a crew card as well. And we'll look at that in a second too. So that's what you're going to see here. Now, I have put all the tokens in one of these. Now, they fit nicely in the board, but I think what I'd rather do is I'm going to have them on the table. Each dice has its own, or each color has its own set of dice and its own markers, which is really nice. So when you're setting up and giving somebody their colors, bang, very, very quick and easy. They didn't really have a spot for these, but these are basically your setup cards. So here's the training simulator, and we'll go through that. The meteor strike, toxic leak, there's your missions, and this one is the solar storm. So this is like, looks really nasty. I looked through some of the cards. I don't think we'll be playing that one for a while. And you can see the cards fit right on top, well placed in the book. Now these I'm going to place in a tray eventually, but I just wanted to leave them in a bag for now. The cards are pretty good, easy to get out, as you just saw. And each one, in this case, is the solar storm. And if we go by here, you can see the tiers. This is the tier 3. And during the setup, you're going to pick, like, I think 3 of each. So you're going to start off with 3 level 1s, 3 level 2s, 3 level 2, and you have to make it through all those levels to win the game. And that's pretty much it. In each of the ones, we have the toxic leak, solar storm, meteor. Here we have our these are our mission cards. And we'll talk more about the mission cards. This is the training simulator, and the training simulator just goes through it, and they're numbered. So they're actually in numerical order, and you will start from 1 to 10. I believe, yes. Whoops, yep, there it is. Got a little confused here. Let's just make sure. Yeah. So these are the mission cards. So you're going to pick 3 of these missions. You have to finish 3 of these missions. So you have a probability, I think it was about 8 or 9 turns to finish 3 missions. So, and then there's 5 or 6 of them. And what the idea is, you're going to trigger it with a 1. And then every turn, you have to meet, you're going to drain your resources more and more and more and more. And then if you survive that, then you get the next mission. You've completed a mission. And we'll talk more about how that all works when we do it. There's your training simulator. So there's 3, 3, and 4 for 10 cards. And they start from something easy to something harder. And we'll, again, go more through that in there. Down here, in these box are actually and this was not in a playthrough that I saw, so this may not have been in the prototype, but these are, so you can assign roles to your players. So we have a flight engineer, crew commander, technical officer, science officer, and then there's a few more of these. So there's 8 roles altogether. 4 of those roles came in with the, I believe, the South African expansion. And we're going to pull apart one of these things in a moment. Let's just put our dice back. Nice and neat. It could have been layered a little bit better, I think, because I don't think they really planned for the specific expansions as well as they could have, so it doesn't fit 100% well, but that's okay. So we'll take, let's move this box over to here for now. And let me just bring down my camcorder. So just give me a second. So just to give you a closer look, being Canadian, I've pulled out the Canadian. So the first thing you're going to look at, there's the board. Now I've already punched these out. So with your capacity that you're going to get through the game, and we'll explain capacity when we get to the game itself, you can increase your dice pool. This is the solo side. No, that is not the solo. That is the solo side. Nope, they start with 4 dice, really. So you can go up and spend capacity to get more dice. There is the complexity. So each country has a capacity, or complexity. There's the round reference, so everybody gets a round references. And then everything you need here is in the box. So you have your starter cards, your starter. 1, 2, 3. So you have your 3 starters, and you can have a green, blue side or a red side to match the board that you are playing. And then if you're playing a 1, 2, or 3 player game, you're going to be using one of the boost cards, and that's actually in the Japanese kit. Though I was looking for it this morning, and I had to go online and said, "Where the heck is this?" "Oh, it's in the Japan." Thank you. You just saved me 3 hours of trying to go crazy and contacting the company and waiting. Then there are tier 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and you can actually build up your modules, and so of course the trade-off is when you build up a module, if you can see up in the corner, that this is a further drain on your power. So I get better things I can do, but at a cost of more drain to the systems. So we will be constantly putting a drain on our systems. But that's basically the what goes in a country, and we're going to then. But there are Russia, there's Canada, Brazil, Germany, Russia, Japan, South Africa, Australia. I think that's it. And there's 2 South Africans, so for 9. So yeah, that's it. So I'm really looking forward to get into this. It's very, very puzzly from my understanding. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think that it's going to be, I don't think it's a complex game, but there's a lot of brain-burning thinking because you roll your dice. So it's a dice placement game and resource management in order to overcome. And you're going to disable. You're going to take hits in your modules. Modules can become destroyed. They can become disabled for a turn where you can't use them. You can amplify them or drain them to use them. Lots of little rules, and I can't promise I'm going to get every one right. So what I'm going to try to do is learn the game very, very quickly. That's it for now. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer, and this is Intrepid. Wow, I am excited. Wow, this is going to be really good.